You're listening to Not the Sermon with Eric and Jamie.
What, no more talking? No more talking?
We were
just talking about random stuff, singing Veggie Tales, and then now all of a sudden we hit play, no one was talking anymore?
We were talking, then when we see the red light, we're like, wait a minute. Oh,
yeah.
I don't want to get canceled, dude.
I do know. I had a lot of questions since last week's episode dropped.
Oh, yeah? What are your questions?
It was the questions that I got.
Okay.
People wanted to know where I studied my Hebraiology.
The people want to know.
And I wanted to let you guys know that I studied Hebraiology under Rabbi Benjamin El Shadi at First Temple Bethel Jerusalem of Akron, Ohio. So shout out Rabbi Benjamin.
Yeah, you speaking of mispronouncing things, I feel like this is one of the biggest misses I've had so far on the podcast.
Yes.
Is you said that the Lord gave you, in one of the previous episodes, you said the Lord gave you a spirit of stupidness.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because stupidness is not a word. It's definitely stupidity.
Yeah.
And the fact that I didn't call you out on being stupid while you were saying God made you stupid, I just feel like it's a major miss. It's one of my greatest regrets.
Could that have been a part of the bit, though? You never know.
No, it was not.
The spirit of stupidness would have been, like, prove it then. Prove it, Jamie.
You said funnest in one of your recent sermons.
I said what?
You said funnest.
Funnest?
Which is also not a word.
Is it? I don't know. Listeners, you tell us.
I don't know. I'm going to coin the phrase right now. Funnest. Boom. Mark this date.
Well, I coined the phrase stupidness. Oh, beat you at your own game.
Where did that phrase come from, coining something?
I have no idea. I definitely don't have enough.
Because you make something new, like you're minting a coin.
Minting a coin?
Yeah.
Then why is it minting something?
Why is it not pressing? All right, we just lost 6 listeners. Jamie, what's going on?
Dude, I'm happy. I just played the drums.
Yeah. Jamie had this like weird freak out thing where he was jonesing.
No, see, my musicians know. If you guys, those of you that are listening,
sorry,
no,
not a musician.
You guys play instruments, but I'm just saying, my musicians know sometimes you just get that itch to play whatever instrument.
They make an antibiotic for that.
Yeah, well,
cream.
Or you can just play the instrument.
Yeah. Dude,
so, I'm feeling good.
I must not have that in me because when I'm like in a worship band or whatever practicing, and people just start playing in the middle of stuff, I want to kick them in the face.
Yeah, and I think drummers are the worst.
Drummers are the worst, and then guitarists.
Yeah,
guitars like and they're playing in the middle of like How Great Is Our God, and then the drummer's like. And I'm like, dude,
what was
freaking
that?
Stop.
What was that? Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, when I was drumming like on a worship team and stuff, it just gets boring because they're going over keys and they're going over harmony parts and stuff like that. And so I would do like little bossa nova, like
and make it harder to go over the keys that we're going over because all we hear is that in the background. Okay,
yeah, do something like 5/4.
I also had when I was leading with a guitar. 5/4, so much fun. When I was leading with guitar, I had this little bit I would do. It drove everyone crazy. Where the whole team was in, and I would sing just about a half second behind where you're supposed to sing. And for whatever reason, I can do it. I can do it pretty well. And it would drive everyone nuts. Everyone would just stop singing and just listen until I was done hijacking practice.
Like people that do like sort of like gospel, like Southern gospel, they kind of like will sing, they'll riff under it. And I'm like, dude, that throws me off so far. I'm like, how great, sing it with me.
Right.
Is our God.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, because we're used to hearing the leader sing the melody when you're supposed to sing the melody. But yeah, in gospel, they call out like the next phrase and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, how am I doing? Thank you for asking, Jamie.
I did ask earlier.
I'm doing I don't remember that.
I know. You're talking.
Comment. But anyways, today was a pretty good day. Started off with prayer. I prayed.
I didn't. So there you go. You're better.
But it didn't work. Your cup is leaking, by the way. But it didn't work because then I get a call at 7:30. My wife's car is broken down. Thankfully, in our driveway, it could have been a whole lot worse. But that's always fun.
You didn't pray hard enough.
I know. I didn't pray hard enough. Lord,
you probably have some sort of unrepentant sin.
What is up with that, dude? I did. I stole a pair of jersey underwear from the TJ Maxx the other day, and I just felt awful about it. Have you ever accidentally stolen something from the store?
Yeah.
I have, yeah.
Dude, I've totally done it.
I went back and paid, though.
Yeah, no, I just brought it back because I didn't feel like paying for it. I was
stole more.
I was at TJ. Yeah, it goes back in and loads up. Well, they didn't see me the first time. No, I was at a TJ Maxx. This is like been a year or two ago, and I just loading down the buggy, and then I get in the car and I had bought some soaps, like just some like bars of soap that they had or something on sale. And I look at the bottom of my buggy and they're not in a bag, and I'm like, oh crap, I didn't pay for these. And it wasn't like just one, it was like 4. And so I just pushed the buggy back inside. I didn't even tell him.
So why do you think you're still going to heaven?
That's a great question, and thank you for bringing about the existential anxiety that I had buried away for the past 6 years.
Yeah, there it is. Let's just lay it out on the table and talk about it, man.
It's okay. I have a way to combat that. God's not real. It's as simple as that.
Gotcha.
All the patriarchs were smoking marijuana and
change your theology. Hey, something terrible happening in your life, and you don't want to like submit to the Lord. Just change your theology.
Just change the reality of it. Yeah,
Come
absolutely.
on.
Ignore all of the evidence.
Yeah, dude, that's the easiest way to do it, man.
Yeah. I don't like the way this makes me feel, so instead of changing how I feel, change the facts.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. This reminds me of this time. What?
But I don't know.
This reminds me of this. I was walking in this parking lot. And do you ever wear underwear?
No.
That's well, I knew that, but like underwear that like it just cuts a little too tight. Like maybe it was underwear from 5 years ago. It's not underwear from today. So I'm walking in the parking lot, and it's cutting me. I don't like the way it feels. I change it right there in the middle of the parking lot. Yeah.
That was a great story. I'm glad you told that.
You're welcome.
That was good.
Yeah.
No, that was really good. So, listener, if you would, take out a sheet of paper and some crayons, and would you just draw that as an exercise and you're just processing the story that Eric told that was helpful for all of us.
And also, if you could, pray for my shoulders because they hurt from carrying the weight of this first segment. It's pretty sore.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know.
What do I know, Jamie? What do I know?
You know what we need to do this episode, Eric, for real?
Okay.
Last couple episodes, we realize we've gotten a little silly. We really have.
Yeah.
We build this as a comedy theology podcast, but I feel like we've maybe gone a little bit too, far on the comedy side. So, let's just do theology. Let's just for the rest of this whole episode, we're just going to be serious.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to tone it down a little bit and speak monotone because I just don't think that.
No, that's too much inflection. Try it again.
Sorry. I don't think that it's helpful to be funny.
That sounds like AI.
Yeah, well, AI is not funny.
No, you just got to get right up in the mic and just got to. Okay, Eric. So tell me, how did you feel?
Hi, this is Joan Stewart with NPR.
When your wife's car didn't start, how did you feel?
I felt pretty bad. Very
That's
annoyed.
good. That's real good. That reminds me of the scripture.
Come on, man. You're supposed to not be funny.
Sorry. No, that wasn't me.
And
That
you're
was
doing
Phoenix.
a great job.
Phoenix, stop laughing.
You're doing so good at not being funny.
Yeah, I know. It's my natural state. All right, Sermonauts, it's time for a segment now that we like to call Houston, We Have a Question. And so this is when you guys, the Sermonauts, people who listen to Not the Sermon, all 3 of you, contact us and ask a question that you want us to address on the podcast. And this is current events, Eric. This just happened.
This just in?
This just in. Yeah. And boop, 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 boop. That was good. I thought it was a real thing for a second. Yeah. So the question that I got, and I know Eric, you probably you've been asked about this as well.
I didn't get asked about it.
No one gets asked?
No,
Okay. Is about a men's conference where Mark Driscoll just blew everything up.
Yeah.
Right?
My man Driscoll.
So, listener, let me just kind of give you a quick synopsis.
I'll give you Jamie's version of the story, and then I'll give you mine.
So there's a men's conference. I forget what it's called. It's in Missouri. Big deal. A lot of people there. A lot of big name speakers. And they opened up with a sword swallower. And this conference is known for having like big opening numbers. Like they've had tanks and all kinds of stuff before. So this guy, he climbs up a pole. He swallows swords. He comes back down. He rips off his shirt. There's fire everywhere and all this thing. Well, Mark Driscoll gets up there. He's talking about...
This is the next day, too. It's
the
like
next
same
day. Mark Driscoll's, he's talking about the Jezebel spirit. He's talking about ancient spirits because he's got a book out
Yeah, I
about
was about to say,
that.
because he just wrote a new book, yeah.
And then he says, as a matter of fact, the Jezebel spirit opened up this conference. And he starts saying that the guy took off his shirt in front of an Asherah pole, just like a stripper would. And so and then all of a sudden the conference organizer, the pastor, says, "You're out of line, Mark, you're out of line."
Yeah.
It's this really awkward moment. And Mark says, "Okay, fine." And he goes, "You're out of here." And Mark goes, "Okay, fine, Pastor John, that's fine." So he walks off the stage.
Yeah.
So then the crowd, and it's thousands of guys.
Yeah.
They start like chanting, "Bring him back," or "Let him speak," or something like that.
They booed him.
Yeah, they booed him.
the pastor.
Booed the pastor.
Yeah.
And the pastor says, "Look, we talked for 30 minutes before this. If he wanted to address that with me, he could have, instead of doing it from stage. Matthew 18 talks about how Christians deal with conflict, and he should have done it that way."
Yeah.
Then, and this is not making the rounds right now in all the articles and stuff, but then at the end, they reconcile. They come out on stage and they honor one another, and they both say, "Hey, we disagreed on this."
So they did reconcile.
Yeah, they did reconcile.
He came and preached a full session.
Yeah, he did a whole
later
other
in
session.
the conference.
Okay, I wondered about that because most of the videos I saw were like videos of videos,
Right?
Or like videos from the dude in the back row,
Right.
And all you could catch was the audio. I didn't catch the end part. That's cool that they reconciled.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just gone. The whole thing's a dumpster fire, right? And all the different Christian magazines and other pastors and prophets they're now giving their take on it. And so I was asked by one of our listeners what I thought about it. But Eric, I want to throw it to you, dude. Like, what are your thoughts on this, man?
America. So I had a couple friends send me links to the article, and I'm going to be honest, and I think we're actually going to disagree on this thing, not like minutely. Actually, hold on, listener, we're going to pause this. I'm going to go to Jamie and disagree with him in private. Before I disagree.
Well,
with
Matthew
him
18.
Public,
Yeah,
Matthew 18.
sure.
So
No, you should do it on Sunday service, like right before his sermon.
Right in the middle of the sermon.
The way that I view this situation is a raccoon and a possum fighting in a dumpster.
Yes.
You're both in a dumpster,
Yes.
and you're both like have contributed to the situation.
Yes.
But I do think I don't agree with how Mark handled it.
Right.
I think the pastor was right in saying, "Dude, we talked forever yesterday. If you had a problem with it, then you should have told me then."
Right.
I think Mark was wrong with publicly, sort of trying to get up there and discredit and correct him, publicly like that,
Right.
without a private encounter. But I do kind of think Mark was right. Listen, guys, I don't think that there was a Jezebel principality in there.
Dude, how come every spirit is either Jezebel or Python?
Because they make money.
Because they're the only ones in the Bible named.
They make money.
Besides Legion.
Unless you go to the Book of Enoch. There's a couple.
Seriously, there are books written about Jezebel. And like, y'all, I believe that there's just a Jezebel. No, wait. A Python.
I heard a very compelling sermon one time on the spirit of Ichabod.
Ichabod. The glory has left.
Now, that is actually true. I heard a sermon called the spirit of Ichabod.
Yeah, well, that's what the word means.
But anyways, so I think Mark was wrong in how he handled it, but I also think that he was right in what he was addressing, dude, because that conference, bro.
Yeah.
Now, it was hard to get a non-biased take on it, as you know. Like the first news article, news agency to come out was like the Baptist News, but the dude that wrote about it seemed like completely liberal and progressive, like just hated everything about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the conference is known for like having like Chuck Norris and tanks and monster trucks and fire and UFC is man, which that's Mark Driscoll's bread and butter, by the way.
Right.
But having the guy, I just think it's in poor taste. I think the whole idea of that conference is in poor taste because I don't think it's construing like biblical masculinity, which we'll talk about later. But I think it's just you're playing on guys' primal sinful instincts, right? And so, that's where I stand. I think it was a possum and a raccoon fighting in a dumpster, and the raccoon was a little bit more right than the possum.
Dude, I completely agree. I agree with you.
Well, I take all that back because I wanted to disagree with you.
Everyone here is wrong. Like, everyone.
Yeah.
So whoever booked the sword swallower, that was a bad... That was a... Now, let me just... To be fair to this guy, he says he's a Christian. He used to be a stripper. But like it was a Vegas style thing. But to be completely fair to him, like he opened up the Olympics in 2014. He holds Guinness World Records. Like so the idea that men's conference invites stripper to open, that is not accurate. That's misinformation.
Sure.
He's been on America's Got Talent. He's like, so it's not like they just got some stripper.
He was mischaracterized.
Yes, he has been mischaracterized to blow this and sensationalize this up. Right.
But even without his mischaracterization,
right,
the fact that they had him open up a Christian men's conference was a huge miss. And the fact that they're known for focusing on these extreme, crazy tactics to try to draw in a crowd to then, talk about whatever they're talking about, that just misses the mark, dude. Because here's the problem, because Michael Todd is in the news a lot, for doing his crazy sermon illustrations. Sure. And the problem that I have are like the people that are for what's going on at that conference are probably also complaining about Michael Todd doing it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, so monster trucks and Chuck Norris driving a tank is cool, but when Michael Todd drops a casserole on a couch, it's wrong.
Right.
Like, I mean, I think they're both, kind of out of line a little bit.
So I would like to coin a phrase here, since we've talked about coining. I'm going to press and mint this phrase. I'm going to call it Entertaingelism.
Entertaingelism.
So the idea that our evangelism has to be entertaining, right? That there's got to be explosions, there's got to be tanks, or if it's women's conferences, it's got to be flowers and it's got to be whatever.
Yeah.
Like why don't you just preach the word? Like, why do you have to have some big opening, right? Like, why do you have to have Air Force One fly over and then explode or something like that?
Yeah,
and it's just just have a conference.
Yeah, like I don't understand, because I look at that situation and I think to myself, literally, like, what would Jesus think if he were here?
He wouldn't be there.
Like, is this what?
And I'm pretty sure he wasn't there.
Is this what American Christianity is?
Yeah, no, it is.
Is this big, huge show,
right? And
then two pastors getting up there and fighting because one's a little bit more right than the other,
right? Well, so let me. So the person who booked this guy, this performer, was wrong, right? The way Mark addressed it without saying anything to leadership, and then all of a sudden, like, blindsiding them during his talk without any warning, dude, that's wrong. I mean, that is not only is it rude, but it does miss the mark as far as how believers are to interact with one another.
The mark.
Yeah.
He's the mark.
So
Mark
I'm reading through Jeremiah right now, which, good Lord,
Why?
that is thick. Well, I want to read the books that Jesus read. But anyways, anytime, because, if you've read Jeremiah, Jamie, you would know that.
Wait, I'm writing this down.
Jeremiah, it's G.
Jeremy spoke.
Pretty much.
He was a bullfrog.
But anyways, so he anytime Jeremiah prophesied destruction on Jerusalem, he always got the leaders first. Like, that was the whole thing. That's like the common theme. So even when you have like a scathing review of something, or like a word from God, like I think you approach it by going to the leaders first. You don't just get up there and just burn the whole thing down. And plus, be honest, Mark, dude, this is your bread and butter. And you apologize so you can get those book sales, dog.
So here's what Mark said. He goes, I've been up since 1 a.m. and my voice is hoarse from praying for you. That's literally what he says. I'm like, oh, you martyr. Like, he knew, Mark Driscoll knew exactly what he was doing. He knew all the cameras were on him. Yeah. And he took it as his because this dude, I follow him on Instagram, Mark Driscoll. Like, it's so obvious to me, this guy wants clicks. He wants likes. He wants views. Like, he reviews popular videos. And, like, he with one breath, he'll say, man, just preach the gospel. And then his social media is doing social media tricks, right? And he's been really mean and ungodly in a lot of the way that he's handled some of those cultural memes and reels that he does.
That guy, Mark Driscoll, is one of those guys where it stinks, because, I mean, if you're honest, Mark Driscoll's an incredible Bible teacher.
100%.
He's funny, he's engaging. He's not super showy when he preaches. He's just really good at explaining things.
He's a great Bible teacher.
But then, like, his character and
awful.
And just the breadcrumbs of destruction.
But see, that's what makes him a false teacher.
Yeah.
I believe he is.
Whoa.
No, seriously.
Whoa. Jamie. He's a what teacher?
No, I'm not going to say
He's
it.
a what teacher?
No.
He's a teacher.
So based on what Scripture says, Jesus in Matthew 7 tells us how to tell who's a false prophet or false teacher. He says you'll know them by their fruit, not by their teaching.
Not by their teaching. That's exactly right.
Because Mark is right. I would say 9 times out of 10, Mark Driscoll is absolutely right.
Yeah.
In what he teaches. But Jesus is not only the truth, he's the way.
Yeah.
And while Mark gets it right when it comes to the truth, he more often gets it wrong when it comes to the way.
Like his own character, it stinks because, like, you know, the thing that, you know, bothers me the most about it is because, you know, Mark Driscoll, you're talking early 2010s.
Yeah.
Like that's when I was really forming myself, listening to him as a young man.
Yeah.
And then like just seeing this, again, this trail of destruction, this lack of actual spiritual fruit it's been tough. But yeah, I think you're exactly right.
So Mark, the organizer was wrong.
Yeah.
Mark was wrong. And then the pastor to be so defensive and you have to cut. I think the pastor handled it wrong as well.
I think the real victim of this whole thing's a sword swallower. I mean, this dude just got paid to do what he does.
I know.
And here he is in the middle of controversy.
Oh, dude, he's going to get hired so much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be like the opposite of church events now.
Actually, we have an event coming up here.
We do. We have a men's conference coming up. Y'all want to? Hey, Phoenix, will you check and see
get
if
he's get on the
horn, man. See if we can get him there.
See if we can get Driscoll there too.
But yeah, to me, this whole debacle is just the result of the church trying to entertain, trying to make a big noise, make a big name, just big, right? And it's like, just preach the gospel. I mean, these men that are at this conference, they need the word, they need the presence of the Lord, they need all of that. I need that. We all need that. And any time spent, I'm not saying we can't have fun. I'm not saying we can't have interesting content. Of course we can. But anything that takes away from Jesus is wasted time, man.
So you're telling me I'm preaching tonight on the resurrection, and I was gonna, in order to illustrate the resurrection, I was gonna swallow a goldfish and then throw it back up
on a pole.
While on a pole. So you tell me I can't do that?
Asherah pole.
Yeah.
Not, by the way, listener, not every pole is an Asherah pole.
Oh, yes, it is.
Some poles are telephone
You
poles.
can make any pole an Asherah pole, dude.
I mean,
depends on what you do to it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you worship it and ask it to help you with your fertility, then yeah, I guess it becomes one.
Yeah. What's going on, Sermonauts? We are in the gaming mood here at Not the Sermon, and so we thought, what better way to go further into the podcast than to play a quick game between me and Jamie.
I'm gonna win. And so I'm gonna win.
So the name, actually, I don't think there's any winning in this game.
Okay, it's just losing.
You both lose.
Well, I think you just lose. So
I think we already lost.
We've done like Bible trivia, couples questions, and so this week I found a quiz on the internet called "Who's Your Mega Church Pastor Match?"
Oh man,
Okay.
I hope it's Mark Driscoll.
I know. We've been talking about Mark Driscoll and all that kind of stuff. So let's see who our mega church spirit animal is. And so what we're going to do is we'll read the questions out and then just answer them as we go.
Okay.
And then we'll figure out who's who.
All right, let's do it.
So question 1, when you prepare your sermon, you're likely to use something like this for added inspiration. One of your old sermons, a book by a spiritual mystic, the new album by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, a John Piper commentary, or just the Bible and nothing but the Bible.
I'm going to say for me, I'm going to say one of my old sermons.
I was going to say, that's so true. I saw that on
Yeah.
there. I'm going to go a book by a spiritual mystic because I'm
Yes, that's what I would choose for you as well.
All right, question 2. The people in your church would describe you as well known for your fashion. That's Jamie.
I don't know about that.
Oh, your plaid shirt.
It doesn't say good fashion. It just says
Spiritually
fashion.
positive and inspirational. More inspirational than anyone they've met. Kind of boring, but you love the Bible. Or authoritative with lots of charisma. I'm going to say spiritually and positive and inspirational for me.
I agree with that. Guys, I don't know what to choose for me.
Kind of boring,
I think
but
kind
you
of
know
boring,
the
but you know the
Bible.
Bible.
What?
No, I'm not saying
Not
that for you. I just think
boring.
that's hilarious as an answer.
I would say authoritative.
Authoritative with lots of charisma?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I am known for wearing plaid, but I'm not known for being like fashionable.
Oh, no, not at all. No.
I mean, I wear Hey Dudes when I preach, so
All right, here we go.
That's not fashionable.
One of your all-time favorite books is the book you wrote. You only listen to podcasts, the Bible and nothing but the Bible, anything by N.T. Wright.
That's you.
Pilgrim's Progress, The Good News About Injustice by Gary Hawken, and From Great to Good to Great by Jim Collins.
That's a good book.
I'm going to go, mine is anything by N.T. Wright.
Yeah, and I'm going to go, I only listen to podcasts.
All right, your favorite Bible character is Rahab,
Okay.
King David, Jonathan, Moses, Lazarus, or Balaam's donkey.
All right, who do you say?
I honestly, it's tied between David and Jonathan, man. I'm going to go King David.
Okay, if you go King David, I'll go Moses.
Okay.
If you weren't going King David, I was going to go King David.
Okay. Well, you could do it too. We're going to have different answers.
That's all right. I'm going to
All
go
right,
Moses.
here we go. This is a good one.
I'm old.
All right, your favorite thing to do on your day off is read John Piper,
No.
read poetry, and make your own videos. None of your business. That's mine.
That's possible.
Fight human trafficking.
Right.
Hot yoga.
Dude, that could be you.
What, hot yoga?
Yeah.
Get a haircut and play some b-ball. Whatever makes you smile, and shop for new sweets.
All right, I'm going whatever makes you smile.
I'm going to say none of your business.
My days off are all about just having fun.
Yeah.
So,
Shopping for sweets.
I don't want to be reached.
right.
All right. Your motto when it comes to theology: you don't preach on it, but you study it. You wish you studied it more. It's for stuffy bookworms. That's you, Jamie. It's okay, but life application is way more
That's
important.
me.
That is you. It's supremely important. And
That's you.
It's always changing. No, that's me.
Oh, it's always changing. That's true. That's true. That's true.
I would go. It's supremely important.
Okay, I'm going to go. It's okay, but life application is way more important.
Okay. So we got three more. All right. The car you drive can be described as you don't own one. Modest, a clunker, a sports car, or a luxury car.
I mean,
I don't know, you don't really fit into any of those
I
categories.
would say
Jamie.
modest.
Yeah, I was going to say modest.
I mean,
too.
a Toyota Tacoma.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty
I mean,
everyday.
it is a TRD off-road pro. I mean,
Yeah, but it's
bright
not a
electric
pro.
blue.
It's not a pro.
Luxury.
It's an off-road. It doesn't even have blind spot monitoring, so
come on.
I don't think we can call it
man. What a
luxury.
ripoff.
I'm going modest.
All right.
Modest
What
is
did you
hottest.
put?
I did modest too.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
a 2012
Oh
Dodge
no, yours
Ram.
could be a clunker.
No. What just happened?
Oh, did you lose your quiz?
Yes. What the stink?
It's
All right.
the Lord.
All right, you keep going. I'll catch up.
All right, you do most of your shopping at Anthropologie. I don't even know what that is. Thrift stores, my kids do.
Yeah.
Your wife buys your clothes. Clothes here is misspelled. H&M, Men's Warehouse, or Banana Republic. So for me, it's going to be between H&M and Banana Republic. I'm going to go with H&M.
I'm going to say I'm a Banana Republic guy.
Okay. I'm going to go with H&M.
All right. Your favorite show on Netflix.
So I'm just done reading them now. Is that
fine.
it?
Finish it out. Finish it out.
No,
Jamie.
you go ahead, Eric.
I'm just trying to hurry so I don't lose this again.
Go for it.
All right. Your favorite show on Netflix is Orange is the New Black.
Never seen it.
Absolutely not. Anything as long as it's a documentary. No. House of Cards.
Never seen it.
You don't watch TV.
I definitely watch
MASH. The Bernie Mac Show. Friends or Arrested
TV.
Development.
Oh, Arrested Development.
I'm saying out of these, I would rather watch the Bernie Mac Show.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love the Bernie Mac Show.
Bro, have you ever seen Arrested Development? Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, there's always money in the banana stand.
Yeah.
And like no one
understand
gets that unless
Yeah.
they've seen that show.
Don't get it at all. All right, your hero from church history is Mother Teresa, Bono,
Bono.
Charles Finney,
All right, that's possible.
Billy Sunday, William Wilberforce,
I'm doing Wilberforce.
Augustine,
Or Augustine if you're snooty.
John Calvin, or John Piper.
Not Calvin.
Yeah, not Calvin or Piper.
I'm going Wilberforce.
I'm gonna say.
He's pretty cool.
I'm gonna say Finney, dude. Finney.
Well, Charles Finney's got that stare that'll
All right,
pierce your
calculating
soul.
results. Here
Oh
we go.
no! Oh no! I just got my result.
Oh,
Who did you get?
I got Rick Warren, which is not bad.
Dude, I thought that's what I would get.
What'd you get?
I mean, the pudgy, overweight pastor who wears Hawaiian shirts and makes rhymes out of his sermons.
What'd you get?
That's me.
Yeah.
I got Rob Bell.
Oh, no way! I would have loved to have gotten Rob Bell.
So what is so mine says your megachurch match is Rob Bell. You once worked at a large church, but you parted ways to do your own thing because your theology shifted on key cultural and biblical issues. Oh, and you're now friends with Oprah.
I feel like that is so
you.
wrong.
That's you.
Yeah.
That's not me.
It's definitely more Eric.
This is you're practical, down to earth, and care deeply about training other pastors, helping with international justice issues. You communicate clearly and love to connect application to your team. I think we need to
We
switch.
y'all need to swap.
Yeah.
There's no way that's accurate. It had to have just generated a random.
It just generated a random one. I'm
There's
definitely
no
Rick
way.
Warren,
I
and
was
you're
about to
definitely Rob
Come
Bell.
on. What in the world? Well, sorry for, I don't know. I don't think it was a waste of time. I learned a lot about myself. What about you?
I learned a little bit. I kind of wish I'd gotten Mark Driscoll, though, so I could
think I'm-
scream at men. Who do you think you are?
Well, at least I care about women.
That's true.
You know, like Rick Warren, he left the Southern Baptist Convention over that issue.
Yeah. I really hope, all my Southern Baptist friends, that you guys listen to some of the stuff Rick's done about the Southern Baptist Convention and what they believe and where they came from and all that kind of stuff. Because he really is trying to save the denomination.
Well, he left it.
Right, but he's
That's a sinking ship.
he left it, but he's trying to like call them back to their original. Like for instance, the Southern Baptists originally there was a lot of autonomy between congregations as to what you can believe, like outside of the essentials. But now they're really rigid in.
And they really love Beth Moore for some reason.
Oh,
That's all they talk about.
But not as a pastor.
Yeah, no, Beth. She left too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gone, dude.
She's
and
gone.
so did, oh man, he was really big into it. I don't know, his name's irrelevant now, but yeah.
He's so big that you can't remember his name.
Yeah, a lot of people. He was like the head of their ethics board or something. I forget his name. But anyways, yeah. Well, guys, if you agree that I am in fact Rick Warren and Jamie is Rob Bell,
Or if you think the opposite, like we do.
yeah, go ahead and share the podcast or something. Or take the quiz yourself. It's on playbuzz.com.
Playbuzz.
Might give you a virus. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure all of our data has been sold to a young child in
To
China.
China. You smell that, boys? Smells like testosterone and onion in here.
Pork rinds
Smells like-
and manliness.
Smells like the bottom half of a warm bush light in here right now.
With all the spit.
With all the trimmings, all the fixins. I like a little fixins with my warm bush light.
A little bit of meat residue.
I like a little meat residue. I like a little like tobacco in there.
Tobacco.
And also,
Tobacco.
you ever wonder like why are there man smells and female smells? Like when they're trying to sell me a candle, it smells like leather and butt. And then when they're trying to sell a candle to a woman, it's like, oh, this is Japanese cherry blossom.
Yeah, flowers.
It's like, no, but I want to smell like leather and butt.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
I guess women like it.
But you would think, why don't guys wear perfume? Because girls are attracted to that smell. It's
called
And then
cologne.
ladies wear cologne.
I thought of that as
Like
well.
if like they're like, oh, I'm wearing this smell because I like it, but no, like why don't I wear like something more floral?
It's all cultural conditioning.
It's oh man, I'm transitioning. Hurry, give me a T-shot now. T-shot. Oh yeah.
Listener,
Get all
you
that
need to know
weakness out.
when he did that little thing right there, he literally did the motions of giving himself a shot in
A
the heart.
syringe and stuck it in his chest.
Look, when I feel that wuss coming out, I like to take a shot of tea to the heart. Speaking of which, I have a question I want to. I'm sorry. Speaking of which, I have a question that I want to pester you with, Pastor.
Well, why don't you pester me, young man?
Why
all
don't
of
you
a sudden
stop
we're-
looking at me cross-eyed?
We're in a Western saloon.
I was about to say,
You know what? I don't think you got a lazy eye. I think you got a lazy face around it. How about that? Anyway, so let's. I'm going to pester you with a question. Kind of in reference to the whole Mark Driscoll men's conference thing. What is the deal with toxic masculinity and sort of the obsession with being a man?
Yeah.
Like in certain church contexts, not all, but a
Yeah.
lot. When you talk men's conference or how to
Right.
be a man, it's always like, men, you got to be,
You gotta man up.
You got to man up and be a man because if you're not manning up, you're the opposite, which is a woman, and you don't want to be a woman, you want to be a man.
I mean, whoa, man.
And so we're going to take these fish hooks and we're going to stick them through our eyelids.
Right. And the speaker's going to ride in on a bull.
On a bull with a sword down his throat.
And then he's going to castrate that bull on stage.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, totally. Like, it's weird. Like, you go to a women's conference and it's like, you are a treasure.
You're beautiful.
You're a flower of God.
You're a jewel. You are so beloved. Oh, beloved. Hug the person next to you and say, you're beloved.
You're beloved.
Yes, you are. You're beloved.
And then in little gift bags, they have mirrors.
They have little mirrors. And on the mirror, it says, you're a treasure. But then you go to a men's conference, it's like, come on, guys, step it up. You guys stink. We need to be real men.
Yeah, quit watching porn.
Well, I mean, I agree with that, but
yeah, no, it's true. But that's always the thing that happens. It's like we're having a men's conference, which is actually at like a Porn Addicts Anonymous conference
because they won't go to the addicts meeting, so you got to bring it to them.
You got to get it to them.
You got to tell them, hey, we're gonna have a men's conference.
Actually,
look, this is an intervention.
Yeah. Well, maybe when I make the announcement for the men's conference, I'll get up there and say, all right, guys, put down your porn for 2 days and come to this men's conference.
Oh my gosh.
All right, toxic masculinity.
So toxic masculinity.
First off, what is it?
Okay, so if you guys haven't heard, toxic masculinity is the idea that there is toxicity. It depends on who you ask, right? But in more like the secular, progressive ideologies, the idea that certain masculine traits have an inherent toxicity to them. So this is going to be stuff like abuse, violence, bullying, making fun of men who aren't classically masculine, and
control freaks,
that kind of stuff.
I like what you're saying, Jamie. Tell me more.
describing your life, am I, Eric? And so, and I get it. Men historically have hurt women, children, other men. I mean, that's unfortunately the history. But I have a problem with the phrase toxic masculinity, though, because I don't think masculinity, when it's done correctly, is toxic. I think sin is toxic.
Amen, brother.
Yeah. I think there's not toxic femininity. I think there are women who
feminism.
I think there are women who sin.
Just kidding.
I think there are women who sin. I think there are men who sin. But masculinity and femininity in themselves are not bad or toxic.
Yeah. Well, I think I mean they're different but equal. Like as far as like the roles of men and women, and I think that you can't. Because what I think the goal of feminism is to completely demasculize or whatever the word is.
That's not the word.
What is the word?
I don't know.
See, we'll try it. You never try, Jamie.
No,
Sometimes
I just let
you just have to try.
No, I just let you
emasculate.
Emasculate. It's the goal is to try to emasculate men, and then vice versa. But the idea is, I think we're different, but we're equal. I think it's important to have masculine qualities.
Yes,
it's important to have feminine qualities.
Absolutely, and that's why. I super disagree with like the postmodern idea that gender's fluid.
Gender's a construct.
So the problem is men and women are equal, right? That's what the Bible teaches. Men and women are equal. But
Amen.
Equal does not mean the same. And that's where modern feminism and that's where it goes off the rails, right? Is the idea that equality and equity are the same. Equality means your value is the same. Equity means your outcome is the same. And men and women have different outcomes. They have different roles, a lot of which is found in your biology. I mean, guys are, in general, they're taller. They're stronger. They have deeper voices. All of their biology exists to protect, to provide.
Yeah, their basketball players make more money.
Right. Well, I don't know. Some of the latest female basketball players are bringing in some money now, but and then women in their biology is found their purpose as well. Not their only purpose, but like a woman has the ability to grow, birth, and feed a child just with their body.
So you're saying that's the only thing they're good for, Jamie?
Of course not. But I'm saying you can't act like that's not a role.
No, you can't act like that's not important is the problem. And I think a lot of people in the extreme feminism camp overlook that aspect. They're like, you just think we're birthing machines? But no, but I think it's pretty incredible that you can do that and I can't.
You do have the machine in you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty wild. And so I don't think we can ignore, I think our biology definitely explains part of the role and the purpose that God had in creating men and women separately and distinctly, right? And you see that in the creation story as well. And so But the idea that you have to be the same to be equal is fallacious. It's not true at all. And it's causing a lot of problems right now. And it's leading us into, so because secular society is like shaming men for being masculine, so now there is an overcorrection, and that's what we're seeing in these men's conferences, right? That's like the back to the Mark Driscoll thing that happened this week. You know, when he was talking, up on the screen behind him was a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah.
It's like a big motorcycle.
Big horse.
So lame.
Yeah.
It's just so cheesy. It's like this overcompensation to try to say, no, we need to be men.
Yeah.
You know what a man is biblically? Jesus was the ultimate man. It's taking responsibility.
Yeah.
Jesus was sinless, yet he took responsibility for my sin, for our sin, because that's what men do. It may not be your fault, but it's your responsibility. And God has put in men problem-solving abilities, strong muscles, all these kind of things so that we can take responsibility for the world around us and make it a better place.
Yeah.
Not saying women don't do that as well.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that's what masculinity is. It's not fishing. It's not beer. It's not sports ball. It's not motorcycles and flames and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I think what happens when you talk about the different traits between men and women is we misprioritize certain things. Like we'll prioritize strength over nurture, or, you know, it's just like, well, that's more important than that. And I just think they play an equal role. And that's why I think you're seeing this extreme, like for the longest time, you know, to anything remotely manly, you know, was seen as, you know, socially taboo. And so now you're right, you have this overcorrection.
Right.
And then you have like modern feminists who, you know, like when I read modern feminists, I see that all they're trying to do is replace like masculine traits with like women that have those same toxic masculine traits.
Right,
like
right.
it's like, look, that's the problem is sinfulness.
Right.
It's like what men have traditionally done in institutions of power for a lot of instances has been wrong.
Right.
But it's not the man's fault, it's sin's fault. And
That's right.
the fix to that is not putting a woman now in that position with
women.
Yeah, what stinks, guys, is being around a bunch of people that you just can't ever say a word.
I know, right? That's
like it's just at some point you can't ever be serious. But
Dude, that's what my family does too. If any of us says something wrong, like immediately conversation's over and we're roasting each other.
Yeah,
is how it works. No, you're exactly right, Eric. And I think it's really important to understand though that it's okay for men and women to be different, and equality is not equity. Interestingly, modern feminists are interested in putting women in positions of power, like men have historically been in, but they're not interested in putting women in positions that are negative that men have been historically in. Like, for instance, you are more likely to die in a war if you're a man. Right? Men commit suicide more. Men are the victims of murder more. Like, no feminist is wanting to get women in those numbers, right? It's only about power, and it's only about and here's the thing, it's not fair to blame all men for misuse of power, because while historically almost all positions of power were held by men, not all men had positions of power.
yeah.
And so you can't blame mankind. You can't blame masculinity for abusing power, because not all men abused power.
Yeah.
And so the whole thing, the idea that women, you're exactly right. We need to put more women in positions of leadership. Okay, that's cool. I'm fine with that. But then inherent in that is this idea that women have to act like men to be successful.
Sure.
And you're not solving any problems. You're not dealing with the root issues that cause abuse to begin with.
Well, I think what's interesting from my perspective is I have a male boss, which is you, and then I have like a sort of a female like boss as well, and our administrative pastor.
Okay,
Which is also you.
Where are you going with this?
And when No, but like from my position, I get authority from both sides.
Yeah.
So what I've noticed is I have this opportunity to like sort of be under female authority and male authority.
Yeah.
And it's two completely different constructs. But I like that because it makes me a more balanced human being.
Yeah.
Because I've worked around all dudes and it's like working on a stinking pirate ship. And then
They all have scurvy.
yeah, and then you work in environments where it's all female and it has its different issues, right?
Yeah. What are some of those issues, Eric?
I'm not at liberty to say that.
That's
Smart
funny.
move.
So yeah, I'd never thought of that from your perspective, though, that you do have, as your lead pastor being a guy, and then as a administrative pastor, who I would say she's not over you as much as she is.
Well, maybe tell her that because she's really taking advantage of that. Well, man, you know all this talk about women and men.
Yeah.
It's making me feel less manly. So
I need some meat.
I'm gonna do. Have you ever done a Bush Light IV?
Bush Light IV.
Yeah,
no.
you get a warm Bush Light. It only works with warm Bush Light.
Why are we all talking like
You
Batman?
put it in an IV bag.
I'm Batman.
Okay, and then hold on. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it happening. All right, it's right there. It's right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Good.
You hear that voice? You hear that? That's manliness coming back into my veins.
No, it's actually alcohol poisoning. We need to get you to a hospital.
His liver's crying out in pain.
That liver needs to shut up. Stop being a whiny baby.
Stop punching your liver. Eric. What are you doing?
You got to put it in submission.
Yeah. So, listener, look. If you're a dude, you don't have to measure up to certain cultural standards of masculinity to be a guy, right?
No, absolutely.
What you have to do is be who God's called you to be, and take responsibility for anything around you that can be improved. And say, you know what, loving others, leading through humility and service. I'm going to take responsibility, even though it's not my fault. It's my responsibility. And I'm going to make this place I'm going to make this world.
What? You got to make a what?
I'm going to make this world a better place.
But they do have to stop wearing glitter under their eyes.
That's true. I agree with that.
Stop doing that.
Definitely.
We had to change things up a little bit. There was too much tea in the room.
Listener, you need to understand. I am
Be
not
glad
making.
this is not a live show.
Jamie, open your eyes.
We sometimes, I literally am closing my eyes.
Open your eyes.
We sometimes joke around and say, Eric, stop doing that. Phoenix, what are you doing? Like we're just messing around. But
Stare at my belly button.
Eric has tucked his shirt into itself. Like you know where
Like
you
a bikini top.
Yeah, like you fold the bottom of the shirt around the neck of the shirt, exposing your undercarriage.
Yeah. No, I don't know if my undercarriage is exposed.
Underbelly.
Yeah.
There
just
you go.
My stomach. I got a little midriff going on.
Midriff.
But it's okay. A little
It's
midriff
very
never hurt
uncomfortable.
anybody.
Phoenix, I'm just going to look
No
at
one's
you.
looking at me. Why is no one looking at me?
No one wants
They're
to
not
see that.
Guys and ladies, if you're listening, you got two men here who are just not comfortable with their sexuality. There's nothing wrong with a couple of men.
I'm not comfortable with your sexuality.
There's nothing wrong with a couple men with their bellies out. Let's see them, boys.
No.
All right. Well, if you're a guy and you're listening right now, go ahead and bring that belly out in solidarity with me right now.
Bring that belly out.
If you're on the job, untuck that shirt, throw it over the top, pull it through. There you go.
Do we have a church staff handbook here?
I'm so disappointed. I felt like we could really kind of go towards the theology side of things in this episode, not just the comedy, but I feel like we've derailed once again.
Well, now you feel a lot how my father felt. And he figured out how I was going to turn out.
Just disappointed in you?
Disappointed. Confused.
Yeah. Well, Eric's dad, if you're listening, which he's not, because he's so disappointed. I feel you, bro. I understand you now.
Do you feel me?
Yeah.
Would you put your hand right
No,
here?
no, I feel the father. Oh, jeez.
Eric's wife, we need you to come pick him up from school.
put your hands right
he's
here.
He's been a terrible child. Like we have some major discipline issues.
Feel the blood going into my liver.
It's what?
Feel the blood going in.
What are you talking about?
That's the liver right there. My hands
All
on
right,
my liver.
guys,
Your liver's
listeners,
in your back.
we need to
Life.
end this. I'm so sorry. Thanks for listening to Not the Sermon. Yeah.
Thanks for listening. This podcast is a production of Victory Fellowship Church in Thomasville, Georgia. Eric and Jamie can be reached at emailing notthesermon@gmail.com.
to the fatherland, defender of the little kids, gracious and compassionate, wasn't it?